touches you, it's a wreck.
200 laps around the 2.5-mile Pocono International Raceway on Father's Day 1996. Glad to have you with us here on TNN Motorsports. And Jeff Gordon up through the gearbox, and off they go on this long 7/10 of a mile front straightaway, one of the longest straights in all of NASCAR racing. Now turn number 1, where the field is now, is basically a high-speed hairpin turn, but a little more running room than we've seen in the past. Now the teams are going from turn 1 to turn 2. This is a triangular track, only 3 turns. They're heading now through the Long Pond straightaway to that corner that you're looking at. It'll be the tunnel turn, which goes over the tunnel that leads them outside to inside the racetrack. As they get across the tunnel, they now work this north straightaway at 1,780 feet. They blow by Jeff Gordon right there, putting Hut Strickland at the point now in the Circuit City machine. And now they work on the flat turn number 3, where RPMs drop a little bit. It's kind of like a road course.
Jeff Gordon got caught on the outside there going across the tunnel turn, and even with the great surface they have here, once you get on the outside and the guy's got momentum on the inside, he had to give way.
So as they work back into the corner, Hut Strickland has only led 1 lap all year, and that was in Daytona back in February, and he shows the way right now. But outside of him, now inside of him, is Derek Cope in second. Phil Parsons with that new homegrown chassis of theirs.
It's interesting, Eli, to see if they can truly run side by side like Mark Martin was alluding to in the open. Derek got underneath Hut Strickland coming off turn 1, made the pass into the tunnel turn. I'm not sure anybody can run through the tunnel turn at speed side by side.
See Hut Strickland going back for the lead there on the inside of Derek Cope. You see Derek roll out the throttle, get back in that preferred line, take a lower line, looking for a place to make his move here. Kenny Schrader in third there. Eli, it looked like Kenny's got a good run going.
But meanwhile, Hut Strickland is the leader. He has 2 top 5 finishes here at Pocono. He loves this racetrack, and there's a vintage Pocono scene. This wide drag strip-like main straightaway. Folks use every inch of it as Derek Cope now works the inside to his advantage.
Eli, there's what Mark Martin was alluding to. Too wide in number 1 corner. 2 years ago, last year even, you couldn't even think of going on the outside to make a pass. Jeff Gordon's going into third now.
I think Jeff Gordon's recovered from his, he may have slipped or whatever in the tunnel turn on that first lap, and that's why those cars got by him. But looks like he's recovered and headed back towards the front.
Now the north straightaway, 1,780 feet from turn 2 to that flat turn number 3.
Eli, we have reports from several teams right now that they're very trouble
in the corner as Joe Nemechek was having his car kick out through the corner, goes across the grass as one other machine belches some flame you see at the top of your picture, and we are under caution right here as Bobby Labonte has problems with the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet.
We got a bit of a fire in the back. The car looked like the car must have backed in the wall or something, maybe exiting the tunnel, or got it together with another car going in turn 3 there.
And there's Bobby being helped from the car. He quickly took care of all of the safety gear, the paraphernalia, unhooked and jumped out, and was helped, you saw at the very end, by one of the track. Look at it real time and see what it looked and sounded like to Mark Martin. Mark kind of weeding his way through all of that problem now as he continues on. Meanwhile, back towards the front, you've got Jimmy Spencer in the 23, Terry Labonte in the 5. That is 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Oh, Ernie Irvan hits the wall, tagged by Todd, or at least Brett Bodine. He'll spin out of control. Bodine will. Dale Jarrett comes down the pit lane to avoid. He is not stopping. He just took the high ground through the pit road, and we are under caution. Caution will...
A lot of damage there on Ernie Irvan's car.
Yeah. Can't see the right side tires, obviously. Don't know exactly how it's tracking, but it can't be real good.
Well, you can see
it's tracking like
the rear end house is turned all the way to the left there, so he's got to go in and fix that.
He's skating more than a member of the Montreal Canadiens right now. And there you see. Let's wait for Ernie's car. Already around.
We couldn't tell whether he had contact or not prior to spinning, but that just turned him around right in front of Brett, and he had nowhere to go.
Well, Brett had nowhere to go either. He just was there, a victim of circumstances.
And you see Dale Jarrett on the right of your screen. He just said the only place that's clear is pit road, and he came hightailing it down. And if you're curious, in an instance like this, you do not get penalized for speeding on pit road as you escape an accident scene.
Just nowhere to go for Brett. He'd already committed up against the wall and already turned around right in front of him.
Did you see Todd Bodine in the 94 bearing down on his brother in the 11?
Wow.
And just yanking that car riding with Mark Martin. He'll get a look at the accident that involved Ernie and Brett Bodine.
Looks like Ernie just got wide, maybe hung the right rear up, maybe in some loose particles of rubber, and the thing just went around.
Very similar to what happened to Dale Jarrett earlier in the week, and when he was qualifying, it just turned around, and of course, chain reaction got Brett Bodine into it.
And there's the aerial view.
Oh.
And there came Brett, nowhere to go. Now watch, and you'll see the 94 come barreling through before, and he just avoided his brother Todd Bodine, driving and avoiding Brett Bodine.
You know, the track surface looks real wide, but when you're running 140-50 miles an hour, it's pretty tough.
Riding now with Jeremy Mayfield.
Boy, I'm telling you, where do you go?
Man.
Wow, he went right in between the two wrecked cars there.
Lap number 97, so Ricky Craven picks up 5 bonus points here today as well. Green flag from Doyle Ford. We're back at it. 1 lap shy of halfway. $10,000 from Gatorade, the front runner award on the line here this afternoon for the driver leading at halfway. Who's it going to be? Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, Rusty, Derek Cope.
There goes Derek Cope.
Oh, and
we have
problems
trouble
in turn number 1. Lake Speed in the wall with Ricky Craven. Lake Speed and Ricky Craven in the wall. They were running right now in 26th and 27th position near the end of the cars on the lead lap. So caution on the speedway as Lake Speed and the man who we told you had just led a lap, Ricky Craven, crash in turn number 1 on lap number 99. Oh man, spam in the wall.
Lake's got some pretty significant damage, but it looked like Ricky Craven got away fairly quickly, so he may not have a whole lot of damage. I see him coming around turn 3 now with the car smoking, but we'll have to look at it. But Lake's got some pretty significant damage here. You can see him moving around in the car, though. He doesn't have the window net down yet, but you can see his head moving around.
Here's a look again at what happened. Up into the wall go Lake and then Ricky Craven spinning. Hard on the brakes on the low side of the track. You saw Johnny Benson, that yellow Pennzoil Pontiac. The smoke there was just from the brakes being stomped on. Right? Names that have not led. Jeff Bodine hasn't led but 2 races all season. Jeff Bodine shows the way. Jeff Gordon second. Dale Earnhardt fans, you can put your pencils away for the day. They are taking that car to the garage. He will complete 135 laps. And right now, that will mean he'll finish no better than 29th, depending if Rusty Wallace can come back. You've also got Hut Strickland out there. It could bypass him, but no better than 29th for Dale Earnhardt as the battle for the lead heats up again. Either the tires are going away for Bodine, or Jeff says to Ray Evernham, I'm going anyway.
That's right, Eli. I just figured it out. Right now, Jeff Bodine has about 140 miles on his left side tires. So, and Jeff Gordon has about 30 or something like that. So it's just a matter of
Jeff. One effort on that last lap. At least Jeff's trying a bunch of stuff.
Well, you can see him moving around, trying to break the draft down the straightaway. You see Bodine's car very good through the tunnel turn. Now they're going down the little short chute, going into turn 3. Looks like Bodine closes in very good. Watch as they start in the corner here. You'll see him close down, maybe car length, right up underneath Mark as they come off the corner. Looks like it almost touched.
So then Mark jumps in the throttle and it squirts him out just about a car length ahead of Jeff Bodine. And then it's hard. He's got momentum coming off the corner. It's hard for Jeff Bodine to make a move once Mark gets the momentum. But he's all over him like a blanket.
The car behind them, Ricky Craven, you saw him. He's not on the lead lap. He's 17th. Here goes Bodine. Got him. Turn 1. Now can Mark come back?
Mark's trying to get up under him down the back straightaway there and take that angle off as they start in the tunnel turn, but he can't make it. Bodon's very strong down through there.
There's nothing a race car driver hates more, Eli, than losing a position late in the race, losing a position or two or whatever. So, you know, Mark Martin is doing his best to get back up there. And there goes Bobby Hamilton by Morgan Shepherd for 5th position.
Right, that's 5th place, changing hands. So the STP Pontiac moves ahead of the Remington Arms Ford of Morgan Shepherd. Chevy leading, as he has for much of the day. Jeff Gordon. Ricky Rudd, who started back in 9th in his Ford, is now running 2nd. Then you've got a Ford 3rd, a Ford 4th, a Pontiac 5th, a Ford is 6th, another Chevy in 7th. Inside of 3 laps to go. Jeff Gordon will be another first-time Pocono winner. If he can hold on here today. He's never won here at Pocono.
It's a good run for the Pontiac. You know they get a new nose for next week.
That's right. There's been a change that NASCAR has made. They approved the new nose piece for the Grand Prix effective next week in Michigan, and basically it'll redo or eliminate that 1-inch addition that was granted to Pontiac at the front valance there last month. Well, that is going to affect next weekend at the Irish Hills of Michigan. We're watching Bobby Hamilton pull away from Morgan Shepherd. Meanwhile, next time Jeff Gordon comes to the stripe, he'll get the white flag.
Eli, the paint job you're looking at right there on the 43 car was the paint job that Richard Petty had when he won the first Pocono race here.
Now back up front, Jeff Gordon. He'll be coming to the white flag this time by 13 career NASCAR Winston Cup wins right now. Looking for his 5th win of this season.
He's going to put a pretty big dent in the gap he had between himself and Earnhardt in the point standings.
You're just joining us. Dale Earnhardt with engine problems finished back in 32nd position. White flag for Jeff Gordon. He ran this car at Charlotte. He ran it at Dover Downs International Speedway a couple of weekends ago. And here he has it again. Jeff Gordon and Terry Labonte both led today. That is the 10th race of the year that both men have led. What does that say about Hendrick Motorsports?
Boy, very strong. This race car's been good. But the Attaboy Award, for, as far as I'm concerned today, Jeff Bodine. What a great run in 3rd.
But here come the DuPont colors. Things are really going to tighten up atop the NASCAR Winston Cup point standings, working turn 3 for the final time. Jeff Gordon, his 5th win of 1996, his first at Pocono in the books, and he does it again from the Busch pole. Another Unocal challenge is his. $7,600 of an additional bonus to Jeff Gordon and the DuPont Racing Team.
My father-in-law and thank my daughter Kinsley for my tie for Father's Day.
There you go. We'll see you at Myrtle Beach next weekend. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon pulling out of that DuPont Chevy. Tired but very satisfied young man.